Captain Charlemagne's here. What's up, everybody? How's it going, Jeff? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the this thing, the Cardassian whatever ship. Keeping up with the Cardassians. Whoever's here, Jeff, and somebody else. Whoever's here, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to be working on this thing tonight. I got my components here. I got my little shuttle bay with the little shuttle in there. I got my tail fork pieces. Got off work not long ago. Just got home. Cool. Right on. So I got my little tail fork pieces that I made. And I've got my top and bottom, so I got to wire those guys together. But what's weird here is I only got, okay, so I got wires here. But I don't have any, I don't know what I did here, but I don't have any ends of the wire exposed. So I'm going to have to clip that somewhere. Sick Jim's here. How you doing, Jim? Good to see you. Hope you're not feeling too sick. Yeah, he's not nauseating sick. He's awesome sick. He's cool. Dude, that's sick. Alright, let's get some of these cords out of the way. Let's get some, I'm gonna need... Where do I put them? Dang it.
It's here.
Yeah, I could put it there.
Oh.
It's a new option.
I see.
It shows up on the thing automatically. Got SDM Productions 2949. I've seen you in our streams before. How's it going? Welcome to the live stream. Okay, so what I gotta do. So if I have time, I might throw a clear coat on this. Threw some decals on there last night. I used the decals from the Galileo shuttle, and I modified them to make it the USS Sprinter. And there we go. So we got a few details there. I didn't get everything. Still got a bit to do, like those triangles. There's a couple things like those L-shaped patterns that are right here. SDM Production says doing well. Right on. So there's the TOS Galaxy class. All of its glory. Got to paint those back domes there white again. And I got to fill the windows in with some diffusing stuff. Figure out what I'm going to use. But there we go. So this needs a clear coat. But let's get to this one. Just put that over on the table for now. Alright, so I got to figure out my mounting point for one thing. So I think I'll use this. It's a telescopic antenna from an old RC thing. And I'm not going to use this spot right here. Kind of want a little bit more of a dynamic look. So I think I'm going to go right there on this plate. So we got a bit of an upward angle. Right, so we'll be mounted like that. Sort of flying up a little bit. Darth Trent's here. How's it going, Trent? Thanks for joining me. I didn't really think to set up the stream ahead of time, so there wasn't much notice. So I'm surprised people are rolling in. Thanks for tuning in. Saying hi, Jeff, and everybody else. So what I need is a sleeve. This is going to fit into possibly this piece. It's a little bit loose. Maybe a plastic piece. Let's see. Got some of that plastic straw somewhere. Just take a quick look through the bin. That's way too big. That's good for the bottom though. Save that. Because when I mount it to a stand at the bottom, it's going to need a little bit of reinforcement there too. I like to put like a little extra bit of sleeve on each end of it to help it stick to the model a little better. But for this case, we need it on the inside right here. So we need something like that. But we gotta fit this right here. Deep Space Crafts. How you doing tonight? Good to see you in the house. Thanks for joining us. I'm working on the Cardassian Galler class, modificated. Yep, I did it. Modificated. It's totally modificated. So yeah, I'm working on that. I moved this from the nose here to right there. Made this little neck area. I made this little shuttle bay, which isn't closed yet. There's the inside of it. It's going to light up. Got a little Cardassian shuttle in there. That's going to be mounted towards the bottom of the ship somewhere, probably like right back here. That way. And we got some little tail fork things that I made. So each piece is just half of what's supposed to be one piece. But I wanted two, so I had to fabricate the other half of each one. And that's what I came up with. Just a bunch of random junk glued down to it. There we go. Right? Impulse engines from the Reliant. Bunch of different things stuck on there. So those got to be all wired in together with the rest of this thing. But before I do that, Jeff says, what did I make the shuttle bay out of? So the shuttle bay is actually a bit that I cut off of the rear end of this. Right, so that was right there. So I cut that much off the back. And then I made it into this little shuttle bay. So this is going to be like a little neck piece, similar to what I did here. All right, so that's just a piece from a Gorilla Glue bottle, just as this is. It's like the cap. So that's going to get, let's see, that's the top. So that's going to mount right there. And then that's going to mount to the ship at the bottom. Maybe we'll put a couple windows in there. So the idea is that they go down a little turbo lift down through this little passage here, and they go into the shuttle bay where we've got a little Got the little Cardassian shuttle in there. Put some details in. That's just a bunch of little greeblies and stuff I cut off. That's supposed to be like a turbo lift in the back corner there. I realize that kind of doesn't make sense when you add like this, but I don't know, whatever. Maybe it's just a little room. It's the head. It's the head for the shuttle bay. Nice sip of coffee. All right, so I'm looking for something that's going to fit this. And I should have did this ahead of time, but I wasn't prepared. We actually just got back from going for a drive. Let's see what I got. I've got all kinds of pens and little tubes and stuff. Just got to find the right one. What's that? That's too small. This looks like it might be the right size if I take that little plug out of there. Let's get rid of that. Get the sonic saver. Hey, we've got Keith in the house. Hey, Keith. Keith says, hey, y'all. Welcome, Keith. Welcome from Bricks and Sprues. Saying hi to Keith. How you doing tonight, Keith? All right, so let's get this cut off. Go. See if this fits in here. Not quite. Okay, so I'm gonna have to find a drill bit. That's the same size as my tube there. And I can just bore that out a little bit. See. That's too small. Still bigger. Okay. All right. Now comes the boring part. I sure hope it doesn't slip. Go into my hand because putting quite a bit of pressure on it. You know what? Maybe I'll use my brain just for once. Because I have this over here. And I can just simply use this. By which I mean this little vise here. Rubber cushion on one side. Trent says, I'm fixing to start priming in a minute. Priming what? What are you priming? There we go. The old hand saver. I noticed I could put the chat on the screen there. You guys let me know in the comments if that's distracting on the corner of the screen or if you want me to leave it on there. Well, this way I don't really have to worry so much about highlighting your comments and showing them on the screen. This is a little safer. There says 1/16th German Puma recon car. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure I'm still getting straight in there. Don't want to tear the edge out. Hope that's not hurting anybody's eardrums. Keith says that's looking great. Trent can't wait to see it painted. Some pictures on Discord. I'll have to check them out after. Oh, my drill's dying. I think that's probably deep enough anyway. Sort of expanded a little bit. I said, oh, hey, I'm not there anymore. I'm over here now. Sort of expanded a little bit, got kind of soft. So, yeah, that's not bad. I got enough of it there. Let's just get this little vise out of here. Back to its perch on the other side of the bench. Oh, stupid light. This light sucks. Keeps coming apart. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Nice, perfect fit. Nice, tight. Tight like a tiger. So that's an angle. Okay, so we want a pen. That's the first thing that we want. There's my pen. Where Wheaton had it. I had to take it from Where Wheaton. Okay, so let's just angle it like that. Okay, looks like a match. We got a match. Okay, so let's just try to chop that right down through like this. Grab my favorite weapon. Jeff saying, just finished the first round of choosing names for my 1/1400 scale New Orleans class from a hat. Cool. I used one of those online Scrabble word finding cheat tools to use the word enterprise to come up with the name for my little TOS Galaxy ship. And I went with the what did I go with? The Sprinter. I went with the Sprinter. I was gonna go with a longer name, but it didn't really fit right on the hull, so I had to just go with the Sprinter. Alright, choppity chop. Okay, so now I hope I got enough life left in my drill to just get through this spot where I want to mount it. Not through my fingers. Start with this guy, make a little pilot hole. Just like a series, you make a pilot to see if it's worth making the rest of this hole. Uh-oh. Come on, man. Guess I should have charged my battery. See if I got a different one. Oh, that's not much better. Should get me through this, though. Oh, come on, dude. Let's see, I got one more choice. Hopefully this one's not dead. Oh, hey! Oh, looks like I gotta charge my batteries. Okay. Boo. There you go. I hope that satisfies you, thrill seekers out there. Hope that satisfies your Schadenfreude. All right, that's going to take a minute. So let's get to the other end of this conundrum. So I'm wondering if I'm going to use this. Kind of want to. Kind of like to. Whoa. Sorry about that. Got hit by a photon torpedo there. So yeah, I wouldn't mind using this thing. Let's see if this is going to go nicely in here. Just like that. Didn't need to cut that angle. That's such a stupid. I don't need to do that. Okay. So if I use this, it's gonna need. This is gonna need some substance on the bottom because I gotta put a little battery case in there and a switch. So we need sides. Maybe we need sides and maybe we need a little bit more width. Let's see. Let's get some of this stuff right here. Perfect. It's a big enough piece. So what I want to do is outline around this, just slightly larger, maybe a centimeter or so. So I need a marker. Okay, so I got a marker and I'm gonna need like a spacer. So I need some kind of ring or a thing with a ring. Look at that. Let's see if I go right there. Just use my finger. Now, let's see if I can do this. This stuff's really hard to cut. It's really strong. It resists the sonic saber quite a bit. What I should do is actually outline it, and then I have a better idea of where I need to be. Alright, now let's see if I can cut it with these. God, it's tough. So this isn't styrene. This is like polypropylene or something. I don't know. It's hard. It's the same as the lenticular plastic, only it's like twice as thick. And the Sonic Saber has a really hard time getting through it. There's something about the property of the material that just kind of resists it. Luckily for me, I have quite a selection of different scissors I can try. These ones didn't do it. Like, I wouldn't use these. Trying to cut this, you need some leverage and power. Some power behind the blade. So I had like a rack that had all these plastic drawers in it. I was getting rid of it, and I was like, oh, maybe the plastic will be useful. So it took me like 2 hours to cut all the bottoms of these plastic drawers apart so that I could get these just a few sheets, a couple different colors. I thought maybe I could use it inside the models for coloring behind chiller grills and, different colored windows and stuff. There's red and blue and green. Okay. There's that. But where's that? There that is. Let's see how well this stuff even glues. Who knows, it might not work very good. Put some weight on it. There we go. Give that a few seconds. So we'll bust out some of the sheet here that Howard sent me. Put this right there. Cutty cut. So let me go as thick as my ruler. Yes, as thick as my ruler. Keith says, Ian would be so proud of you having a Makita battery charger. And you know what else? I'm using Makita batteries on my Ryobi drill. I got one of those adapters because I couldn't get batteries for this drill, and I bought this really cool whole set. It's like a big chest, and it has the drill, it has the skill saw, it has the little router, it has the flashlight, it has the reciprocating saw, and the top even opens and flips over, and you got a chop saw, a miter saw, all powered by these Ryobi batteries. But the batteries weren't very good. There was one that kind of worked, but it wouldn't last very long. And I found this adapter, cheap Chinesium adapter for like 25 bucks. And now I can use all my Makita batteries for all these tools that I had for like a couple of years, and I wasn't able to use them. I have all the batteries because I have a bunch of these. I have a bunch of these impact drivers, and I have the reciprocating saw, and I don't know, some other Makita stuff. I like Makita. I'm a fan of it. But all mine is hand-me-downs from my brother. Because at work, he just buys himself a new set every couple of years. And work pays for it. And he gets to keep the old ones. And sometimes I get to have one. I had to buy my own batteries. That's why I just got the slim batteries, because the thick ones are real expensive. And that's all I'm doing anyways. I don't need the super heavy duty batteries. Let's see. Use this plastic as like a 1, 2, 3 block. Put that up against there. It looks like my end isn't square. I must have been cutting on that. So we'll just switch ends. That's better. So, get my blade. So I like to use my blade like this to cut these sheets still, rather than the sonic saber, because it tends to melt when you try to cut too thick, too deep. It melts the edge over and it makes like a little burr. And then you got to deal with that with the files and the sandpaper and stuff. I don't feel like doing that. So just a few passes with the blade backwards. I always do it backwards when I'm doing this, because it cuts like a groove, like a little chisel. And that's what I want. Because when you use the sharp side of the blade, it wants to wander. Sometimes it'll get out of control. But when you use the back edge of the blade, it acts like a little chisel and just scrapes out a little material each time. Eventually enough to break through. Okay. Okay, so as I suspected, the glue didn't stick to this stuff at all. Okay, so that was a waste of time. It's this material, right? Let's throw that out. So, I gotta think of something else. I suppose I want it to be a solid piece. Anybody got ideas? I don't want to use this nice thick piece here. Well, I do have a bunch. Got a few of them. I guess I could use that. Let's think about this for a second. Oh. My battery's charged. Make sure my finger's not there. Make sure even more that my finger's not there. Some 2-part epoxy might do it. I don't have 2-part epoxy. I have CA glue. I have that welding glue also, but I don't think that'll do anything either. Wow, that's pretty dull, I guess. come on, man. I gotta make a smaller hole first. Bet you that was loud. Okay, so I should be able to get a bite on that now. I can't believe how badly this sucks. Oh, I didn't just do that right away. Okay, so yeah, I didn't need to cut that on an angle. Ay, ay, yoy. That got hot. So that makes this a little thinner. But okay, it's gonna fit on there. out. All right, so we've got that sorted out. So I guess I'll just use some of this. I've got a few sheets of it. Don't want to use it just for the base though. Seems like a waste. Let's see what else I have. Quite big enough. All right, I'm going to use this. So let's see, put this on here. Try to minimize my usage. That's going to be a problem. Okay, so I want like, say maybe a centimeter around this. So what I'm going to do is this. Cut this off first so I can maneuver it around. Yeah, Jim's saying get those likes up. Do it. Get those likes up. This one. Boom, boom, boom. The thumbs up. Get your thumbs in the air. Sorry for the silence. At least my nose is doing that annoying whistling thing. So I'm trying to edit my video and, for the Miranda Hornet there. And every time in the video when I'm not talking, all you hear is a little. I guess I had a whistly nose and I can't notice, but the microphone picks it up. But I didn't even notice at the time. Okay. This stuff's pretty thick too. Not as hard to cut as that other stuff, but still pretty thick. It's like 1.5 millimeters thick. Now that's thick. Flip that over so I'm not distracted by my lines. There we go. That's better. That is better. Where's my plain old regular, ordinary, everyday average pencil? Pencil. Oh, son of a. Where are my glasses? Aha! Just gonna use the pencil to inform myself where I need to put the glue. Because the odds of getting all the glue nice and even on this thin edge right here, it's just gonna take it too long. Alright, so I gotta use the fret leveling beam here. I'm just gonna rub that down, try to get rid of the other layer that I put. Bang. Alright, I'm gonna get a fresh one here because I don't want to run out of this halfway through. What? Hold on, before I start doing this, just noticed something. Hello, my friend Howard. Good to see you. Look at that. Oh, hey, what did I do here? Whoops. I got rid of it. Oh, weird. Weird. There it is. Get some clear coat or coffee. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. I do have a coffee in my nice little Christmas themed cup here. Isn't that cute? Oh, look at that. The Christmas Tim Hortons on the cup. So, thank you, Dash. I appreciate that, man. And I'm using the sheets there that you sent me. I'm using this Tyrene. So I'm just trying to get a bead of glue around this outline. So, how are you today, Howard? I hope you had a nice Saturday and didn't have to run around too much for everybody else. So, time to get some of your own stuff done. All right, see if I can put this in the right spot. Or at least get it close enough. There we go. Howard says, no, ran around for everyone else. As usual, eh, buddy? Well, I hope you're getting some time to relax now and work on some of your projects. You working on a model or anything? So, did anyone tell me when I asked about the chat? No, I guess it's not bothering anyone. You guys don't mind having it on the screen there like that? It's not really blocking what I'm doing. All right, there we go. So, I got this. Figure out how thick that's going to have to be. The battery case right here. Working on the garage. Had 2 baby calves born that are heifers, so as long as they stay safe, it's good. Oh, right on. So the heifers can make you more baby calves. Okay. Clip this out of here. There. Clip this because I'll use a different switch. Get rid of that. That kind of stuck in. Oh, there's some glue there. Stuck on you, baby. I'm stuck on you. Okay, I'll just cut the whole corner of this. Ah, my freaking ears, man! Jeez. Oh. Oh, it doesn't like to try to cut through dried hot glue gun glue. Glue gun glue. It's the hot glue gun glue. Have you ever tried that glue gun glue? See, Jim says, really hope you can do something with these ship designs. In my opinion, they were ugly. Yeah, the Cardassian ship wasn't the coolest. But you know what? Howard got me the model, so I'm gonna build it, god dang it. And I'm gonna do the best dang model I can do out of it. I've made a few minor changes. It's not gonna do much to the overall aesthetics of the ship, but rearranged some components and, you know, got a couple of interesting pieces here. Like these little end pieces here are gonna light up when I plug it all in. So I made all this top surface of these 2 pieces is just stuff that I've put together, trying to make another side for this, right? Because I wanted two of them. I left this open here, so got a little bit of a Raytheon effect. That's going to light up a bit. Yeah. And my little shuttle bay. I'll plug this in and light that up, and I'll show you guys. Because that little shuttle bay there is kind of the star of the show. Let's see. Move out of the way. Let me just plug in my power cord cables here. Grab the shuttle bay. Turn the lights down. Alright, so I'm not sure. Both my wires are the same color, so I'm not sure what's what yet until I put it on there. 2.9. Alright. Go. So we'll have a look inside there. So I've drilled some little holes in the floor around the shuttle. My idea was that it was going to be like a little platform, and then the shuttles are coming up from another area below. I had Donnie 3D print me some little Cardassian shuttles, but they ended up being larger than I anticipated. I wasn't sure how big they were going to be, and I didn't make my spot there large enough, so I had to enlarge that so that it pretty much covers the whole back end. So, it looks like you can put maybe three or four shuttles in there. They're parked in a row like this, and they come back and turn and then come up. So we just got the little details in the back there. Just some random colors, so it looks like little consoles or whatever. I'm going to fill this with some color, maybe like some yellow or orange. Something like that. So we can take a look inside. It was really, really bright, so I just kind of painted the ceiling green a little bit just to sort of dull it down. Tiny little specks and particles of dust in there. It looks like massive chunks of debris sitting on the floor. Matthew Watson's here. How you doing, Matthew? All the way from Australia, right? Am I correct? Good to see you. Welcome to Trek Mods. Welcome to the ship show. So we got the little shuttle bay. Let's see if we can get this piece to light up. Turn it on. There we go. So we got that. Still need a little bit of paint. Got those end cap lights there. Looks like I got a little crack to deal with. So there's that. So those are going to go on the tail. Probably one's going to be on the bottom of my little shuttle bay that I just showed you. And the other one is going to be where it's supposed to be on like the tail of the back end of the ship there. So got that. And then we got little clear pyramids that go on top of all these open squares. there. I'm going to need those after. Okay, so back to this. It's had some time to dry. We've got a nice secure bond there. Let's go on here. Not the right one. That's from a different box. There we go. That one fits. Okay, so that could be probably like that. Might as well stick it on there right now. Hey, Alec. Alex here says, hi, guys. Saw the Predator movie today. Cool, how was that? Like the original Predator movie? Because that one was good. That was the only one that was good. Part 2 wasn't too bad, but I don't know. Didn't really like any of the other ones I saw, which isn't all of them. I gave them a couple chances. Alright, so now here's the fun part. Put these on here. Alright, so we can get away with being that thick. Trent says, hey, Alec, how was your cousin in the movie? And he says, I'm not a Yautja. And it was the new Badlands movie. Predator Badlands, okay. The last Predator movie I watched was like, I think the third or the fourth one. And they just started getting really dumb. In my opinion, anyways. But I'm kind of fussy when it comes to movies. There's a lot of stuff out there that doesn't really interest me. So maybe can't get in there with my scissors. Oh well, it's gonna be like that. Okay, so we're gonna bend this a little bit. Could probably warm it with the a little dryer, but I don't think I need to. I melted my heat gun last week by running it for too long. So he says, basically, I was saying I am not an alien. Aw. 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 Just hoping for an alien friend. All right, let's see if I can get enough on there to get a little bite. Beauty. Okay, so I'm just gonna twist it over the side a bit here. All right, let's bring in the reinforcements. Two scoops of raisins. Let that distribute down that way. Let's see if I can get some to run through down there. Let's put enough so it drips. go. There, met up with the other piece. Couple of bits there, and then I'll just let it flow down that way. Isn't that wonderful? Just to help me see where I need to cut that. I could probably get away with using this. There we go, just like that. Okay. Gives us enough for right there. It's going to give me a small gap because I didn't quite get to the edge here. Alright, so I could do the same thing. We'll just put a blob right here. Let it run all the way to the corner. That sort of levels out. Okay, so that just kind of reinforces that corner there. Alright, so we need another piece here. Okay. This one big enough for the end? Oh, yes, it is. Excellent. Very nice. So I'm just kind of letting the glue bead up at the end of the applicator there, and just kind of dragging it across. And it deposits the thinnest amount just on the edge like that. Yeah, I got to do that seam too. Triple lining that piece up. Still kind of there. Okay. Access here. Extra right there. This corner. File that later. Okay, so good enough for that part again. So yeah, I was a little bit late. Well, not a little bit late. Quite a bit late. I didn't set up my stream until like 5:30. My lovely wife was working today, so I had to go pick her up and got back around 5. I should have just did it last night. Hold that in place. Right. Really hard to see the glue that I'm applying, but it glued. It done glued. Big blob, let it run down to the corner. And back. See, Jim's saying, Alec, take a 45-minute nap when I can. No way, old people. Hey, we calling old people? Me, I guess. Probably me. An old person move and take a nap at 5:30. What's so old person about that, man? Come on, man. Come on. Not being fair. Not being fair. Get another piece. Get it. Get another little piece of my sheet now, baby. Take another little piece of my sheet now. Howard says, "You poor child." Yeah, no naps during the day for you, I bet, eh, Howard? Probably up at sunrise. Says I'm Sally Struthers. For only 50 cents a day, you can help support a poor alien in Arizona. 50 cents a day? Man, that's a lot. We'll just give that a little curvature. Curvature. Just a little curvature. Yeah, we're going to about right there. Okay, somebody want to mark that edge for me, like right there? Somebody? You guys got this? Oh, come on, here. Just grab this pen. Grab this pen. I'm going to hold it. And I need someone to just... All right. Try and get it. I got a cutout here anyways. Right there. That little part. Little blemish right there. Oh, Trent's got it. Thanks, Trent. All right, hold on. Okay. Here, I'll decap the marker for you so that you can... I dropped the marker. Hold on a second. All right. Here, grab the marker. Okay. Now hold this there. Okay, as soon as I move my thumb. Oh, look at that. Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it. Is that your high-tech plastic bending tool? Yes, it is. My high-tech plastic bending tool. These can bend a lot of things. You know it, baby. I'll bend everything. Just a little bit of glue will do. Just a little streak or two. Ow! Fiddlesticks! Gotta hold that with my fingy. Hold on to that with my feringy. More feringer finger. Oh, it's too long. Trent! Damn it. Made it a bit too long, bud. Now I gotta add more glue. I saw that pop up. I'll read it in a second. Give me a second here. Just give me a minute. Gosh. My gosh. Oh, that's gonna glue very well to my finger. Oh yes, it's adhering nicely to my finger. There. My bad. It's okay, man. You tried. It was very, very close. I might have been holding it loosely, so it's probably not your fault. Plus, you're pretty far away to try to hold that for me, so I shouldn't have put that on you. But you're the only one who stepped up, so I appreciate that. Okay, come on. Stay. 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 Go! Why you not stay? More glue. More glue. Glue, glue, glue. Go! Alright, try again. Howard says, everyone ready for the Christmas music to start playing for the next month? And Alf. An alien life form? Just a little DNA filler? Why is it not sticking? What is happening? The hell? Just gotta clean the glue off. Probably because I glued on glue. Glued on glue like a cordon bleu. Bend it a little bit more too. Alright, try that again. Got a nice clean surface here. Ran out. Of course. Howard says you could hold that over a stove top and let it warm up just a hair and bend it. Or in hot water. Yeah, I'm not going to get hot water or turn the stove on. I'll just bend it with my fingers and let the heat from my hands warm it a little bit. once it attaches to here, it should conform to what I want. There. All right, 2 more little spots. So I'll need at least this much more. Is that enough? Yeah. Okay. Also have one of these. Oh yeah. and get it underneath this piece. Alrighty, there we go. Looks like I got that kind of squared up. Alright, so we'll get a bead on the inside. Okay. One more strip. One more strip. Baby. One more strip. One more strip. Can't strip forever. Matthew Watson says, I wonder what poor sucker originally accidentally mixed baking soda with crazy glue and ended up in the ER. Well, maybe if you mixed it and then ate the end result, you might end up in the ER. But I stick it to my fingers all the time, and I never have to go to the ER. I don't know. I guess I got some practice at it. See, I started using it in. Actually, I didn't start using it. I only used it once or twice while I was doing guitar repairs. I use it way more doing this, just because of its usefulness. You're basically printing plastic, sort of. So I'm just bending this piece, getting a nice arc to it. Let's see. So go right there. Go right. Butt right up to it this time. Fits better on the top on this side. Other side, it just happened to fit better underneath.
That's sexy. That's sexy right there. Mm-hmm. I like the way that fits. It's like a perfectly fitted t-shirt. Mm-hmm.
Let's hold on to it for a second. Secure it down with the old meat clamps. Okay, I'm gonna pull this part out a little bit. That. Just secure that with the meat clamps. Like that. There. Just hold on to the night. Hold on to the memory. 6, 7, 8. Okay. 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 All right. Got a little bit of smoothing out to do there, but boom, 2 thumbs up. Got that done. Basically, right? Trim here. A little choppy chop there. Some discrepancies in the width of my material. Okay. Correct that with the file later. Got our battery box in there. Let's see, we've got this. We've got this. Guess right there. Probably be the way to go. So, need a larger bit for this one. Probably this bit. Even larger. But that's too big. That's way too big. Okay, we'll go with this one and then we'll just scratch it out a bit. First, drill right through the center. That one. The difference a sharp drill bit makes. Huh. Guess I used the other one to drill through something pretty hard. Pretty darn hard. All right, I'm going to cut this in half. I'm going to put half of it on the inside, half of it on the outside. Come on. What am I doing for time? I got an hour until Andrew starts. Canadian Starships finally returning this weekend. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Seeing Andrew on again. I've been missing him. Unfortunately, I don't know how to set up the redirect. So you guys know where to go to get the Canadian Starships anyways. Right. How big is this one? Not big enough. That one is too big. Where is it? No, that's about right. Okay, so I just need to get rid of the inside of this part. Just do that by hand. Good enough. Just needs to be able to accommodate that. Go. So that actually put something back in its case. Wow. Okay. So we're going to glue this. Put it in there. And I'll just put a little bit around it. Around the outside. Around the outside. Just tap that around so it gets everywhere. Okay. Very secure. Secure. Very secure. So make sure that's perfectly flat. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna just give this a rub with this to get a little bite with the sandpaper. Trent says, looks great, Jody. Thanks, Trent. Thank you, man. There. Pick you. There. Right. No. I want that to go right in there. Okay, I need a little bit more space there. There. Okay, so I wanted it to go through there first, and then this to go like that. Shove that down. So I'm going to glue this. I thought the idea was cool to be able to have this go up and down, move the model up and down on the stand. But the thing is, it wants to also turn. And you don't want it turning and twisting. So I'm going to decide how tall that's going to be. Probably something like that. It's pretty good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just a little bit right there. Shove that down inside. Hopefully that gets set. And ow! Dang it. I done poked myself with this. Little bit of blood. Just a little bit of blood. Drippity drop. Okay, just like that. There. Shall be like that. It's pretty high. It'll be a little bit. Probably push push this down some more. Yeah. All right, you know what? Let's pull this out a bit. Just grab a file. Got glue all over it, but that's okay. I can sand it off and be repainting it anyways. Boom. There we go. Stand. Got the battery pack. We got the sides. I think we're good to go. Okay. So yeah, that'll need some little finesse work. Maybe I'll throw some details on it, like some greeblies or something. Maybe I can utilize the this little arc piece that's supposed to be the stand. It's supposed to go like that, right there. Maybe you can put a little shuttle on the end of that or something. I got a bunch of shuttles that Donnie sent me. Put that like right there. Put the extra little shuttle on there. So it's like going into the heading towards the shuttle bay, maybe? I don't know. This is supposed to be like one of the arms on the Deep Space Nine, I think. There we go. Dim that down so we can see all the details. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe I could use that. Like back here or something. Or like this. Or somewhere. Think about it. I'll figure it out. Okay, that goes to the side. So we got power here. So now I gotta figure this part out. Let's see. This one's red. This one's black. Look at that. First try. Probably because I marked it. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna need my main wire coming in. Oh, I gotta put this piece in. It's pretty tight. Probably don't have to, but I'm gonna anyways. Just to help give it that extra bit of strength. Just give it the powder treatment. Okay. Okay, so this one's going to go to the top. And this one, where I've got it connected, could be where it comes out to go to the tail and the shuttle bay area. Let's get that part cinched up, because I got to figure out where I'm going to run my wires first of all. All right, so I'm going to glue this together. All right. Squish it with the meat clamps. All right, a little bit gappy there. It's going to need some filler here and there. Okay, so that's going to have to kind of loop up off the back there. Right there, I'll cut a couple little channels for it. Just got to glue those into place. Alright, so this stuff's a little bit tough to paint. So I'm just gonna use the little sander that Todd sent me. Thank you again, Todd. I know you're not listening, but thanks, man. This is just so I can paint it. Oh, interesting, eh? Exciting! So exciting. So I'm gonna try to get this flat and straight on there. I wonder if I should make a square thing instead. Well, I don't know, I already did a curvy round one for up there. So yeah, I'll keep this one. We'll keep it this. We'll keep it like this. There's Andrew. How you doing, Andrew? He says, how's it going? Just getting the tea Earl Grey hot ready and setting up my workspace. Excellent. I've really been enjoying Earl Grey tea lately too. It's the only, or one of the only teas that doesn't give me acid reflux. I've always been a tea fanatic. One of the staples we had around the house growing up. Happy that you're going to be on tonight, Andrew. I'm sure lots of people have been missing your show. I've had to settle for this, but at least it's something. All right, let's get some goo on this. So that little bit of wire is just gonna stick out around and around the back there. I'll paint it. It's barely gonna be visible anyways. Barely at all. Like that. Try to get that centered like that. Go. Give it a little press. Everybody's saying howdy to Andrew. I was saying earlier, Andrew, I know you explained to me how to do the redirect, but it was quick and I haven't used it, so I didn't do that. But fortunately, your stream doesn't need that. You'll get your viewers. Everyone's waiting for you, anyways. Call them plasma conduits. Yeah, right there. Little plasma conduits. It's gonna get a little back cap. I wonder if I'll use the one that's supposed to go there. Suppose I could use that little bit right there. Yeah, why not? It's meant to go there. Just gotta accommodate for the plasma conduits. See, I was gonna have this piece on this back part, but it ends up being not the right size anyways. Because this tapers down. Oh, there's already a little notch there. It just has some flash on it. Well, what do you know? Already a little notch right in the perfect spot. Just have to clean it up. Wow. Holy go, pull your dink. Just gotta make it a bit deeper. Just a little bit of there. Just clamp it for a couple seconds. Okay, so it's gonna need more than a couple of seconds. It's quite the tight squeeze. I want that to bond. There too. Clamps. It's clamps. It's clamps, boss. It's clamps. Okay. That to the side. Okay, so now I gotta figure out where it's gonna go. Facing the back. I'm thinking like about right here, coming off the tail. It's a nice flat spot where there's no details. re-glue my tailpiece here. Just from me gripping it and manipulating it around. It's eventually started to crack free. Just like me, crack free. So I'll put some reinforcement in there. Couldn't speak for a second. So one thing about this method is that you go through a lot of this, but I buy the cheap ones. I get 4 of those little tubes for $1.50. So, hey man, whatever. It's gonna cost me $3 in glue tonight. Big a deal. It's about one of the only modeling supplies I can actually afford to get. Okay, that's secured. That's on there. Let's get this up through. Be right about there. Bit of a problem. Hopefully I can squish these wires into here so I can deal with it. Because I gotta flatten that. It's a little bit curved, which is not gonna help me. So, gotta get those tucked in like so. That. Just get them to stay down in there for a couple seconds. Enough to get on here. That's a little better. Up through there. Then you can glue. cool. That looks straight. Can't even hardly see the plasma conduits. Barely visible at all. Okay, that looks cool like that. Flip this upside down. Interesting. But goes the other way. Let's see. Where's my base? Let's get the base. Base. The base. Base. Put the base. Okay, my little sleeve is too tight in there. So we're gonna be like that. That still moves off. Try and secure that better. All right, there we go. Something like that. Whoa. Alright, that broke, I can tell. That's okay. There we go. Something that looks like that. So we'll have put a cap on the back there. Put something on the back. So we'll have one of these like this. Oh, I should have wired that into the... okay, then maybe we're not going to have it right there. We'll have them both here. Go with my original plan. One like that. So one like that. And one like this. So one on the top of this and one on the bottom of it. Maybe it can come out from right there. Maybe we'll just get wild and we'll put them on the side like that. That's kind of cool looking. Let's see if we do this. It looks if it was like that. Well, there we go. There we have it. Andrew says, yeah, things have been ridiculous around here lately. Well, I hope you finally have some time to take care of your own personal things, Andrew, like building the Enterprise. Which is what we're all looking forward to seeing tonight in about 10 minutes. So, that's going to do it for me. for tonight. So yeah, I haven't worked on this Cardassian one in quite a while. But let's see, I got some progress tonight. Anyways, I got that base built. So I made all the little, I made the base of that base. So I made a little platform for that plate to sit on and house my battery box. And I got my shuttle bay glued together and mounted to the ship. And, not much of anything else. Because that base took quite a bit of work. Took a while to do that, but it's done. It looks pretty cool. I like the way that's going to look. That'll get painted all a bunch of fancy colors. Like my clingy one. Trent says that's looking cool, Jody. Thank you, Trent. Thank you. Yeah, it's looking pretty cool. So it's going to wind up a lot shorter than the original Cardassian ship. Once I put these on, maybe I'll put these on sideways. I don't know yet. That lengthens it, but yeah, we'll see. So yeah, I wanted one down there, but I forgot I should have wired it into the shuttle bay. Maybe I'll just run the wires along the outside and hide them and make them look like plasma conduits. That's another option. That is another option. Keith says, nice work and great stream, Jody. Thank you very much, Keith. I appreciate that. And I appreciate the fact that you tuned in and watched. And Howard, I appreciate your gift earlier on. That means a lot. It helps me out every little bit. Helps me out. Helps me get things that I need, glue and little things like that, and gas money for Wonderfest. So I can make it to Wonderfest next year. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys, and thanks for being a shiphead. And stick around. Well, don't stick around here. Go to Canadian Starships. Go there next. Go to Canadian Starships. Andrew's finally coming back, working on the 650 scale Enterprise D. So I'm sure many of us are looking forward to that. And we'll be back on Sunday for Sunday Fun Day. And then check the HTM YouTube channel description. We've got all of our schedules are in there. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. There's somebody streaming every day of the week with this group. So check it out. And thanks again for everyone for tuning in and watching. We'll got one last second comment here. Tonight, making sure all the masking is good. Going for the final primer coat. All right, awesome. That's going to be cool to watch because that's stuff that we didn't really get to see on the first version of that Enterprise you did. Because you're buckling down trying to get stuff done for Wonderfest. So I'm going to kick back with a snack and I'm going to watch that along with everybody else. And we'll see you guys next time. We'll see you guys tomorrow on Sunday Fun Day. And we'll see you in the comments on Andrew's stream. So keep on trekking. Thanks for watching Trek Mods. See you guys later. That didn't work.